Even when things don't go your way, you need to give yourself grace. Even when love doesn't feel like love anymore, you need to give yourself grace. If there's a sense of unhappiness in your life, you should always remember to give yourself grace.
I feel like you know what you need to do, but you're paralyzed by the choices in front of you. You're terrified of getting it wrong.
Ooh. What a day, what a topic, what an awkward feeling, what a wow.
Are you making a mistake if you stay? Is it
Hey Real fam, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for joining. Welcome to another episode of Sis Give Yourself Grace. So this is an official 4 if not 5-part series of my divorce. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna take it all in.
You're a mistake if you go? Can what you have really be fixed? It's like standing on the edge of a cliff.
So I've asked myself this question like a couple of times today. I looked in the mirror and asked myself, Nthabi, what are you doing? What do you want to say? Like, what are you doing? Is this even necessary? Okay? I asked myself those questions. Anyway, it is necessary. And I'll tell you why it's necessary. One of the reasons why Sis Give Yourself Grace podcast is close to my heart is because at some point in my life, I didn't give myself grace. I honestly didn't give myself grace. Even when I was in marriage, there was a point where I felt like I was slowly losing a sense of myself, losing a part of myself. I wasn't motivated anymore. I wasn't inspired to do the things that I love doing. And what do I mean by that? Being here, recording videos, dancing. I love dancing, running, even praying as much as I used to. So I stopped doing a lot of things that I love doing because so much was happening. And you're probably wondering what was happening. So in my marriage, I felt like there was a point where I wasn't happy. I was not feeling that warmth of marriage like I used to. Let's actually address the elephant in the room.
Not knowing which way to turn. Every choice you make is a separate path, clouded and uncertain. It's that second guessing that doesn't let you move. But at what point will you choose yourself?
Okay, when did I get married? So, backstory, I got engaged when I was 32 years old. So I'm currently 37. Do your math and you'll get the exact year or how long that was. And then, got engaged at 32 and then got married, customary marriage, for about 2.5 years. Just over 2 years, basically. Just over 2 years. I was in the relationship for almost 7 years. Yeah. Even when things don't go your way, you need to give yourself grace. Even when love doesn't feel like love anymore, you need to give yourself grace. If there's a sense of unhappiness in your life, you should always remember to give yourself grace. I feel like we owe ourselves so much grace that we should always make sure that our cups, our personal cups, are filled and they overflow. I think that's very important. There's nothing wrong pouring onto others, especially if it's in a relationship, in a marriage. It's good to pour onto each other so that you can both be okay, right? But there's you before someone else. And never forget that. There's you before someone else, okay? So, why did I get married? I decided to get married. So, the minute I got engaged and I said, yes, I will marry you, to me, I felt I was ready to be someone's wife. I was ready to do this life thing with someone else's son. I was ready to build and create my little family as well. But the most important thing, I was in love. Yes, love drove me to that decision.
At what point are you going to turn off the noise of self-doubt? At what point are you going to listen to the inner voice that knows what's best for you? When is enough enough?
That's simply that. Love drove me to that decision. Was it easy to love the one I was with? It wasn't easy at first because it was not love at first sight. But I think I loved the growing to love someone and to just love them unconditionally. I love that so much because it taught me so much about growing into love. Because some people fall in love like it's love at first sight, whatever. So it has taught me a lot about, finding yourself, understanding yourself while trying to love someone else or while working towards loving someone else. So that's how it happened. Fast forward. How did marriage make me feel? It made me feel amazing. I loved being a wife. I loved being a wife, and wherever I go, I would say my husband this, my husband that. Not necessarily bragging, but I was proud to be someone else's wife. And I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, I was a perfect wife, whatever. I don't think anyone is perfect, but I'd like to believe that I've played my part in the marriage. I have done what I could. It's important to emphasize that I did the best I think I could. Unfortunately, the marriage didn't work out. And one of the reasons why I felt like, oh, things didn't work out was because I was losing a bit of myself. I wasn't happy. And if you're not happy, you won't stay or you won't settle for something that is bringing you pain or is not making you happy. Real fam, getting divorced was never something I would have imagined. Leaving a marital home is something that I never thought I would imagine or thought it would happen to me. It has never crossed my mind. It's not even something I thought about, but it happened. And when you saw the intro video, credit of course goes to Thomas for that audio. I felt like it spoke to me because I did have moments where I was like, if I stay, will it work out? Is me leaving going to make the situation better? Is this the right decision? I asked myself those things, but eventually I took a decision to leave. I chose to leave my marriage. And why am I saying this, or why am I emphasizing that part? I'm emphasizing it because when you get to a point where you have time with self, you have a conversation with self, where you do that self-introspection. I know you do it all the time. I know you have a moment with self all the time, but there comes a point where some situations requires you to go hardcore. So my decision to leave my marriage was not influenced by anyone, whatever. I made a decision. And it's very important, real fam, that in everything that you do, remember to make a decision, right? I took a decision that works for me. Yes, I'm saying I, but in my marriage, it was not just I, it was we. But when we affects the I, sometimes it's really not great. I'm not really gonna go into detail. I respect my ex-husband, and I will not speak of things that I felt led me to leaving my marriage, because it's my word against his. I don't think it's fair for me to get into that. But all I'm saying, real fam, is that marriage is beautiful. Divorce is not, because you feel lost. You feel lost. You feel like you're losing a part of you. And that's how it made me feel. And I think that's why I even wanted to talk to you about it, to share it, right? I don't know if you're taking something from this. I don't know, but I just felt the need to share that, all right? There's a piece of you that leaves, okay? Because you don't, like I said, you don't get married to divorce. You don't get to love, to hate or anything like that. I mean, not that there's hate. I mean, I've got nothing but love and respect. But sometimes it's okay to love from a distance and to choose your own peace. Because I had to choose my peace. I had to choose my happiness. And I don't know what happiness means to you. I don't know how how important happiness is to you. I don't know how important peace is to you. But if you do not put yourself in a situation where, I don't know what they mean to you, but for me, they mean a lot. They mean a lot. And for the period that I've been married, I don't think I can say that I've been married for long to try advice on something. And like I said, this thing of advising on love, for me, it's a tricky one, because I don't know how your love, how you reciprocate. I don't know how, I don't know how love feels for you. Yes, love can be a word that we understand. We can find it on the dictionary and define it, but how you feel is totally different. It's totally different. So, honestly, what would be my advice for someone who's about to get into marriage? Prioritize happiness. So how did I cope or survive after marriage? Now let's talk about the after marriage, because that's where I am at this moment. And if you are there, you are going through divorce, or you are divorced, may God grant you the strength to get through this season. It's not an easy season. For me, it was a season of, it was a busy season. And what I mean by busy, while you're thinking about the fact that, oh, I'm actually divorced, this proper, formal divorce proceedings that need to happen, there's you having to relocate or, go stay in a different environment, because if you're divorced, you can't be staying together anymore, right? It was all of that for me for the first few months, putting my life together, putting back those pieces together, because That's basically what you're doing. You're putting back together the pieces, right? It wasn't the easiest for me. I would wake up, I would randomly wake up and come to the kitchen, and I would look around. I'm saying this because I'm also like now looking at my little kitchen, and I'm like, that's what I used to do. I would be like, so I'm in my own apartment now. I'm not married anymore. Oh, I stay alone. You would swear that it's like your mind just zones out for a little bit, but it's because you lived your life with this person for so long. It was a routine, a build routine each and every day. You're doing this is how you're doing it, and all of that. All right. So it wasn't easy for me, but the beauty about it is that I had peace. And that peace allowed me to rebirth that happy me, because I felt like the happy me was slowly dying. And that's how it made me feel. So don't think that losing someone you love means that it's the end of the road for you. I just want to testify to say that God continues to be by your side no matter what. Don't ask me how I got through the entire year, but I did. And beautifully so. And this year, what I did to celebrate my joy, my moments of feeling like myself again, I went to Cape Town. I did the things that make me happy. And I can't trade that for anything. So this is hard for me. This is a hard conversation. I think the more I talk about it, the more I'm reminded of the pain I used to feel. I have healed. Hey, don't get it twisted. I have healed. But now I'm reflecting, because remember, I cannot be telling you something if I'm not in it, if I'm not reflecting to it. All right. So yeah, I think I'm going to leave this video here. We said we were going to do 4 episodes. I don't know if we're going to get to the 4th episode, because guys, love is beautiful. And I want you to love. I want you to feel and experience love. Have I experienced love? I have experienced love, and it felt good. So I wish for you to experience it. Even after marriage, don't close that door. Whether you're divorced, don't close that door. But make sure you do it when you're ready. Do it when you're ready. I'm still taking my time. I'm still taking my time. This is me not hinting to say, hey, I'm single. I am single, but I chose to be single. Why? I cannot be healing and being in love at the same time. Well, if you're able to do that, that's you. But that's my choice. And that's how I wanted things to be done. Yeah. It's life. It happens. We do things differently. Some people divorce today, and then the next month they're ready to move on. They can even get married 6 months later or a year later. So it's different for everyone. So for me, I chose to have time to myself. And let me tell you why I chose to do that. It's because moving from one relationship to another doesn't give perspective of what you are about or what you really want for yourself, because you just broken up. You just, experience love like yesterday. The next thing tomorrow, you are in love again. And I think I'm speaking about this because I was once in that situation where I got off one relationship and then I got to the next. And guess what? That next relationship was the relationship that got me to get married. So the same relationship where I got married is the same relationship where I quickly jumped from one relationship to another. But what am I saying? Not that that has anything to do with why I left my marriage, or do I feel like, oh, maybe I should have taken some time to heal? No, 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 no. I did give myself time to heal, and we got back together, and we got engaged, we got married. So it's nothing like that. It's nothing like that. Real fam, I'm gonna leave it here. This topic is just too much for me. It's awkward. It's tense. It's like I'm putting my life out there, But yeah, I think it's weighing a bit heavy on my shoulders. I don't know why. Don't ask me. But anyway, I hope you took something out of this. I'm still wondering if we're gonna get to the 4th episode. I don't know. I don't know, but yeah, let me leave it here. I need to. Whew. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so what's the takeaway from this video? So the takeaway from this video is that remember to give yourself grace even when things don't go your way. Do not lose yourself in the process. Please remember that you are important. You are worthy. You deserve happiness. And if you don't feel happiness, or if you don't feel any sense of joy where you are, evaluate, weigh your options, and take a decision. That's what I'm saying. I don't encourage divorce in any way. I wish you love. I wish you endless love. I wish you a happy marriage. Not a perfect marriage. A happy marriage. A joyful, kind marriage. Pure and real. Okay. That's what I wish for you. Nothing perfect. No one is perfect. But I really wish you joy, laughter, and all the beautiful things in your marriage. If you're still going there, I wish you nothing but the best in your relationship. Love hard. Ooh, love hard. Love hard. Don't limit yourself. One of those things where people like saying that I'm just gonna step the lotele one, or ke tlo tsenya fela lotele one. So what that means is that I'm just gonna put one foot in and just read the room, or kind of gauge what's happening. Let me not go all out. No. Life is too short for you to, just go in with one toe or one feet. Love hard. Enjoy life. Enjoy love. And yeah. Until the next episode. That's if you're going to have another episode. That's if you're going to have another episode. Thank you, Real Fam, for watching. And yeah, I love and appreciate you. Take care, and don't forget to make today count. Don't forget to give yourself grace. And if you are like me, you've been divorced, you are going through divorce, you wish to share with us how your experience has been, you're welcome to talk to me. Then we'll give you a platform. Or yeah, you'll come in and we'll have a conversation. Let me know if that's you. But if you don't want to talk about it, it's okay. Don't be like me, being all awkward here, talking about who, what triggers past moments. Yeah. Okay.